Yes, friends. So we are complete. Yeah, we are doing question number 4. Let me complete this now. So, what's the point here? Or if I find out the difference of the two times, then it is equal to 15 minutes per hour. Go 15 minutes only. So let me second day time taken is second day. Now in the second day time taken with the speed 6 km per hour. Second day speed is 6 km per hour. Have I taken? Okay. That's the x kilometer is the distance of the office. And time taken on first day is x upon 4. And second speed is 6 km per hour. So second day speed, second day time is second day time taken. Second day time taken is x upon 6. Now this is lesser time. This is more time because x upon 4. 4 is lesser value, so this is more time. The difference of these two is 15 minutes. Or we can just say that this minus this equal to 0. Okay, the difference of these two because this is giving us 0 minutes. This is second equation. So subtracting this second from first with that equal to 0, we can say x upon 6 for x upon 4, this minus x upon 6. It must be equal to 0 because in this case this must equal to 0 here, but this is equal to 15 upon 60. Okay, or we can take that this is time taken in second time, this is time taken in first time. The difference of these two times, because this time is more, so this minus this equal to 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes more. So we can just write the time taken in first case is this much if I take, or then this minus, because this is more time, 15 minutes more. Okay, so this minus this equal to 15 minutes. That means 1 upon 4. Let me change this marker to 1.4. Okay, 1.4 here. Now if I just solve it, let me take here. So this implies that solution we are finding out. Now just take this in elaborate manner. So what does it mean? That in this case x upon 4 minus x upon 6 equal to 15 minutes. 15 minutes upon 15 upon 60 hours. This is 1 upon 4. That means 1.4. LCM is 12 here. 4 3 is 12. 3x minus this is 2x equal to 1.4. That means now this is the difference of the two times. First time taken was more because it was 15 minutes late. Okay, so this is x upon 12 equal to 1.4. Imply that x equal to 12 upon 4. That means 3 km. This is 3 km. The distance is 3 km. Office from his house. Okay, so this is the answer here. 3 km only. So answer is 3 km. It's exactly the same answer. Okay, so 3 km is the distance of the person's office from his house. This is how we calculate difference. This difference is given that 15 minutes time. And how do we calculate which time is more? Whenever denominator is less, time is more. And the denominator is more, that as its speed is 6 km per hour, that will be lesser value. So this will be subtracted from the first one and put that equal to that difference of the time. Because initially he has taken 15 minutes more because it was late by 15 minutes. And second time he reached in time. So the second time is to be subtracted from first time is to be equal to 15 minutes. Okay. Let me now clean this. Now question number 5. Let us talk about question number 5. Now here we have taken 10 questions only. Okay. 10 questions only I have taken. Let me now talk about this question. Fifth question number 5 or fifth question. Question number 5 now. What is question number 5 or fifth question? A covers a certain distance, okay, at a certain speed, undoubtedly no problem. If he increases his speed by 25%, then he takes 12 minutes less to cover the same distance. 12 minutes less if he is taking, okay, if he is increasing his speed by 25%. It means initially speed whatever is, now final speed is 25% more, that means 125 upon 100 of the initial value. So the difference of the two speeds we can find out. Difference of the two speeds will be 125% upon 100 125 upon 100 minus 1, we can just take, so that difference will give us, okay, now this is 5 by 4. 5 by 4 minus 1, this is the difference of the speeds, okay, must be equal to, he takes 12 minutes less to cover the same distance. So because his speed is more in final speed, so time is reverse of that. So find the time taken by him to cover the distance. Now if speed, because speed is inversely proportional to time, right, 1 upon time is speed. So if the speeds are 5 by 4 times of the initial one, so time taken will be 4 by 5 times. So time taken is equal to, so time taken is 12 minutes. 12 minutes means 12 upon 60. That means 1.5. The difference is 1.5. So 1 minus 1.5 is 4 by 5. We can just say the time taken is 4 by 5. So that's the time, find the time taken by him to cover the distance. Okay. So the time we have to find out what is time here. So 1.5 is time taken. Okay. 1.5 means how much time he is taking. So then he takes 12 minutes. So 12 minutes equal to 1.5 hours, or or total time, or 1 upon 5 of time is equal to 12 minutes. That means 12 upon 60. This is 1 hour only. So 60 minutes it is taken. Now just let me solve it. This is question number 5. What is given to us? We are given here that it covers a certain distance at a certain speed. Okay, if we increase the speed by this is a person. A covers, or is a person covers. Let me write here a person. A person covers a certain distance. A person covers a certain distance. A certain distance at a certain speed. It says at a certain speed. Okay, at a certain speed. Speed is not given, at a certain speed it says. Then he says that if he increases speed, and if he increases speed, let me take, if he increases his speed, by 25%, then time taken is 12 minutes less to cover the same distance. Okay, or I'll just take it, solving it very easily, and I'll tell you that how time taken is what. Okay, 25% of the initial speed, or his speed by 25%, then he takes 12 minutes less. 12 minutes less. This is the difference of the time given to us. 12 minutes less. Okay, 12 minutes less to cover the same distance, to cover the distance. What is the question here? To cover the distance. Find the time taken by him to cover the distance. To find time taken taken to cover the distance. Now distance is same, it says, but if he increases speed by 25%, then he is taking lesser time. Undoubtedly 12 minutes less he is taking. The difference the two times is 12 minutes. That means 1 upon 12 upon 60, that means 1.5. That is the difference. Time taken, if I take, let me take, the actual time is 3 minutes, right? Time taken. This is solution we are finding out. Now we have to find out what is the time here. Time taken. Let time taken is actual time taken is t units, whatever units is, doesn't matter. Now it is in minutes, so let me take hours. This is in hours here. Okay, so and the same distance is equal to distance is suppose x. The speed increases, speed is two speeds are there, and the first speed was s, then second was 125 of s, 125%, 125 upon 100 of x, so s minus this. So let me just find out what is time taken initially. The first time taken was, so the time taken with speed, let me take s speed there, with the speed s kilometer per hour, kilometer, let me take kph, time taken, the time taken with the speed s kilometer per hour is equal to distance. हमने let us take distance x. Okay, so x upon s here. This is x upon s. X upon s. This much hours. X upon s. Now with the speed, increase the speed, which is 125 upon that. So that will take, because 25% increased. That means if I add s plus 25% of s, that means 125 upon 100. Because 25% means 25 upon 100, and s plus s into 25 upon 100, that means 125 upon 100. So second speed, time taken with the speed s, and time taken with the speed, this is s plus 25% of s is equal to 125 upon 100 s. Okay, this is s I have taken here, this kilometer per hour. Okay, so time taken with the speed, this is equal to, that will be x upon, this is 25, 5 just 25, 4 just, so 5 by 4, so 5 upon 4 into s, that means this 4 will come, so 4x upon 5s. Okay, so x is just, but this difference, now here the two things are unknown, x and s is the same thing. Now if I just take one unit, let me take 1 kilometer the distance, then speed we can find out that what is the speed and time. But time taken is, if I take 1 unit here, this is 1, let me take first initial speed is 1 kilometer per hour, and this is now 5 by 4 kilometer per hour. If I take s is equal to, x equal to, let's take 1 kilometer. Okay, distance 1 unit. Let here, let distance, well in this case time taken has to come in minute, or I mean in hours or whatever unit. So in this case two things are unknown. If I take x only, let distance equal to 1 kilometer, right, and first speed is s. So in this case, in terms of speed, the time will come. Okay, and speed is, and the speed is equal to 1 kilometer per hour, 1 kph. that is also 1. That will be better, because then 5 by 4 is the increased speed. Okay, so 5 by 4, so therefore time taken will be, therefore difference of the two times, so 5 by 4, this is the second speed, right, and s upon this means 1 upon 5 by 4. This is now lesser time, because speed is more, time will be lesser, so initial time was by 1. This is 1 minus 1 upon 5 by 4. Try to understand this, how it is, because this is 1 upon 1 kilometer upon 1 meter, 1 kilometer per hour, that means 1 only. This is difference of time. Difference of time here. This is difference of time, the two times. First was 1 hour, because 1 kilometer upon 1 meter per, 1 kilometer distance upon 1 unit kilometer per hour. That means 1 only. So this is 1 minus 1 upon 5 by 4. Now increase speed is this, so lesser time will be taken. Difference is coming 1 minus, this is 4 by 5. Okay, but this difference is given to us at 12 minutes. Let me just find out. So this is the difference of time, right? And if I take t here, time taken is t, this is t upon, or t into this value, so this is time difference. Okay, this is giving us 5 minus 4 means 1.5. This much hours it has taken. Okay, the difference of the two times, so the difference of the two times is 1 upon 5 hours, but it is equal to 12 minutes. Well, it says that lesser time is taken, 12 minutes less is taken. That means 12 upon 5, 60. 12.60 hours, this is in hours. 12.60 means this is also 1.5 here, 12 5 is 60, this is 1 upon 5 hours. 1.5 hours is equal to 1.5 hours. Okay, so but this actual this difference was 1.5 hours. This is also given 12 minutes, that means 1 hour is taken. So total time taken is, because this is 1.5 equal to 1.5, that means 1. So 1 time is equal to, this is of time, t into 1.5 of t, difference of time is 1.5 hours that we have just taken out. This is equal to 12 minutes, that means 12.60 hours, so that is 1 hour. Time taken is 1 hour only. Okay, so time taken to cover the distance, so the answer is time taken to cover the distance is equal to 1.5. Let me take 1.5 of time taken is equal to 1.5, because it is 12 upon 60, that is 12 upon 60 hours. Okay, that means t is equal to 1 hour only. Therefore t is equal to 1.5 cancel out, this is only 1 hour, that means 60 minutes. So time taken in this case, try to understand, this question is very important and very tricky. So this is 1 hour only, 60 minutes has been taken. We have to take units, and if I take speed also, 1 kilometer of speed, if I take s is the speed and kilometer is 1 kilometer distance covered. The time taken is what? The speed s, and the second speed is 5 by 4 s, because increased speed, 25% increased speed, that means 5 by 4 speed. Okay, so the two differences of the times taken is 1 upon 1, first by 1 upon s, let me take, and second speed is 1 upon 1 kilometer distance upon 5 by 4, so 4 by 5, this is s here, or distance. Now if these are the two differences of times, But that difference of time is equal to 12 minutes given, means 1.5 is given. 1.5 is coming difference of that. That means the two are the same. That means 1 hour is taken to cover the whole distance. So this is how 1 hour is given. Or we could just find out that whatever the ratio of the time, speeds is given, because time is inversely proportional to the speeds. So the ratio will be 4/5 of that speed. So 4/5 of the time difference is there. Okay, 4/5 is the time difference. So we can just find out time difference is 1 minus 4/5, because initially it was taking 1 hour, and 4/5 is the second time taken, because the difference is 12 minutes. 1.5, so 1.5 is coming. So 1.5 hours means 60 minutes it is taking. So 60 minutes time taken. Yes. Okay. Whatever you assume, that we have to assume here as a point. Let us take now question number 6. Now this question is very simple, or we have to just find out that, or we have to assume that distance is 1 kilometer, and then speed taken is what, and its speed, initially speed is 1 kilometer per hour, second speed is 5/4 kilometer per hour. In that way we can find out the difference of the two times, which is 12 minutes given. Total time taken is 60 minutes, or 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours means 60 minutes. Sorry, 1.5 or of 12 minutes. 12 minutes is 1.5 only. So 1.5 is equal to 1.5, that means 1 hour. Okay, so that we have calculated. Now sixth question, let us take. Now question number 6 says, what is question number 6? It says that a car covers a certain distance at a speed of 60 km per hour. Alright, 60 km per hour. Right, and returns to the starting point at a speed of 70 km per hour. Yeah, it is 70 km per hour. But it is 40 km per hour. It is 40, I think. 40 km per hour. Find its average speed for the whole journey. Okay, this question is very important. The distance is same. A car covers a certain distance. The distance if is same, then as the formula says, the 2PQ, the two speeds are P and Q. We have taken that formula initially. So 2PQ upon P plus Q, we can just find out this, and two speeds are given to us. A car covers a, or I'll take with the formula. Basically the formula is 2PQ upon P plus Q, where P and Q are the two different speeds. Okay, if it is units, same units are there, it is kilometer per hour or meter per second, then we can find out. Sixth question, let me take, what is given to us. Two speeds of covering a distance. It says a car covers a certain distance at a speed of 60 km and returns to the starting point. Okay, two speeds of covering a distance and returning back, to the initial point, are 60 km per hour, K, let me say kph, or write K kilometer per hour, no problem, and 40 km per hour. With 40 km per hour he returns, with 60 km per hour he goes to the point and then returns back A to B. Okay, so this is A point and this is B point here. Okay, so certain distance is not given to us, but he goes with 60 km per hour kph and returns. This is returning, this is going 40 km per hour kph. Now what is the average speed? We have to find out what is the distance, or what. Car covers a certain distance at a speed of 60 km per hour and returns to the starting point at a speed of 40 km. Find its average speed for the whole journey. Okay, so average speed we know of 2PQ upon P plus Q. So average speed to find here. Okay, so to find, what we will find out here then? To find the average speed, put the direct formula. or I'll just take that with clarifying the points. Average speed we have to find out. Okay, so solution. Now if I put the direct formula, okay, solution. So average speed let me first find out with proper manner. Average speed is given as total distance traveled upon total time taken. Okay, total distance traveled and total time taken. Total distance traveled, is it traveled? TRA. Okay, total distance traveled or total time taken. This is the basic formula we know about. Or just now find out time, total distance and total time, and time taken will be, and if the distance is x kilometer, let me take x kilometer here, but actual same distance is covered. We can just take what is distance covered. Total distance is x plus x. Let distance is x kilometer. Distance be x kilometer. Okay, so x plus x total distance. Total time taken. Time taken is, first time taken is x upon speed. That means x upon 60. Plus second is time covering or returning is x upon 40. Distance upon speed time taken. Time is equal to distance